fragility is her concept that is like taking what most people are familiar with as white privilege and putting it on steroids, turbocharging it, and kicking in the nitrous. Her basic premise is that the United States of America is so infected with systemic racism, meaning all of our systems, education, finance, government, everything is inherently racist. Therefore, all white people are racist because they benefit from that system, and all black people are disadvantaged by that system. And therefore, we need to tear the whole thing down and rebuild it again. And fortunately, she's available at about $20,000 an hour to do that.
When you're a professional anti-racist educator, you're creating your own business by saying, by the way, everyone has this disease, right? Everyone needs an anti-racist educator to help them through this.
There is so much circular reasoning and logical fallacies in this book that I was dizzy after the first chapter. I mean, it was just painful to read it. Her main way of dealing with this is she says, let me show you a disparate outcome between white people and black people, such as black people are incarcerated at 2 to 4 times the rate of white people. She says that is evidence then of systemic racism. But it's not, actually. That's the fundamental flaw of statistical analysis that every 101 level class teaches. Correlation is not causation. So just because two things are connected doesn't mean one caused the other. So she doesn't dig into other things that could cause higher levels of incarceration, like the fact that black people commit 50% of the homicides in America while only comprising 14% of the population. So she skips anything that doesn't point to systemic racism and says there's a disparate outcome, black people are suffering, therefore that proves systemic racism. So she's using the same thing on both ends of her argument, circular reasoning.